dog, baby. You're tuned in to one of my go-to / favorite YouTube channels, Prater and Son. Check this out.
What's happening? I'm Michael.
And it's Ozzy.
And this is Prater and Son. This weekend we're out at Shidler Speedway in Robinson, Illinois. First time ever running this track. Another bull ring, you can see behind us, like we've been running normally. High banks, should be a good time. We got the cart set up and ready to go. So I'll have some footage for you coming up soon.
just came back from our heats. We've done our hot laps and our heats. Our hot laps, we're feeling really good. So our hot laps, we pretty much were tacked down to the track. Maybe a little loose off the corners, but so controllable it didn't even matter. And then we went into our heats. Mind you, we won both our heats, but terrible push. Push came in real quick. So we made some adjustments on tire pressure, and we wiped one out of the 4 tires.
Yeah, so we're trying some goofy stuff, you know, just to see if we can get a little more bite on the right front. A lot of it, you know, I know on my cart, it was my fault. Again, coming in, pinching it in too tight, and the cart's going to go the direction you point it. So I got to get better at that. But the carts, again, can always get a little bit better. Both made gear changes. Felt like we could both use a tooth. So we threw a tooth on, hoping that works out for us. We've got the features coming up for you. No, dude, that was a bonehead move on my part. I should have never stuck my nose in there. That was all my fault, Danny. Every bit of it. I got impatient. I should have, like, there were certain laps you were faster than me, and then I was faster than you. We were going, It was like this, and I got up close to you. I just got excited. I thought, I'm gonna try to get in there. And as soon as I did it, I went, oh no, because you already had started into your turn. You were.
I was starting to like out of the corner of my eye, and I'm like, oh crap.
Yeah, I was like, that was stupid. Really stupid. Good news, it didn't cost you anything.
Yeah.
Hey, where you going? We're not done yet. You saw the regular night races that were scheduled. Well, after the race, we had a little bit of fun. Sean Van Meter was flagging, and he yelled out to me, "Hey, Prater, aren't you going to run the 50 plus?" I said, "Dude, what are you trying to say? I'm only 47. He said, "That counts." So they had a open cart that was out there. He was the only one that was there. Michael Brown was standing right there, and he said, "Dude, go grab your helmet. You can just hop on my stage one and run it." So I was like, what the heck? So we got out there, and I ran the 50 plus. And then after that, Ozzy's like,
dude, I want to drive that cart because he beat me on it. Dad, raced against an open motor on it. And I was like, man, I need to try that. So he's like, dude, just put the stuff on and get in it. And he's like, drive out there. Well, at the time, the ladies were driving out there. So I hot lap with in the middle of the ladies' race.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I do want to say one thing. You'll see that I put a disclaimer on there. At the end of the night, he had already taken his suit off. He threw my jacket on. He went out there and raced in shorts. Disclaimer, we don't recommend that you do that. But he didn't get hurt, and we had a good time. So enjoy the bonus footage, and we'll be back after that to wrap the video up for you.
It's almost too fast for me. I tried not to get into her and then I spun her, dude.
I was like, man, don't forget you're on somebody else's.
Alright, if you made it this far, thank you. We are going to wrap this up. Now, before we get into the full outro, I want to thank Michael Brown for loaning us the Insta360 that we got to use on this video, and we had such a good time with it and liked the footage so much that not too long ago I just happened to earn a bit of money, and I used that money to get us our own Insta360 X3.
It's gonna be awesome because we're gonna be able to use that on future videos.
And it gave us great footage and just looks cool. So we're super excited to be able to keep using that and just kind of show you the angles of racing that you don't get to see when you're filming outside of the track.
And mess around with the software, it was a lot of fun. So I'm excited about editing with that and doing more with it. Shidler Speedway, that track is amazing. The surface, it got a little rough towards the end of the night, but it was not that bad at all. It was racy as all get out. I don't have a Micron on my cart, and Ozzy actually forgot the battery on his cart. So we were flying a little bit blind on gearing all night. But when we went out on Michael's cart, I was turning 8.4s during that 50 plus race, just absolutely flying. That track is a blast. They've got their Shidler shootout coming up on August 31st. That's their crown jewel race. They'll have some very cool trophy there. So for those of you that like to trophy race and you like to do this family atmosphere, almost kind of like backyard racing. I mean, literally, I shouldn't say backyard because it's in their front yard.
It's literally in their front yard. There's the track, a little bit of space with some trees, and then there's a big house.
It's a cool place. They're all cool people. This is what grassroots racing is all about. And when we went to go there, I told Ozzy, hey man, let's get back to the roots of why we do this and let's have fun. And we went and we had an absolute blast. All things considered, I had a feature I could have won. I tucked my nose under Danny Devil and made a bonehead move and cost myself a feature, but raced back to third. Ozzy's gearing was off, and we knew it because he didn't have a Micron battery, and you know, Michael Brown kicked his butt.
Yeah,
you know,
we were on my cart. We were kind of shooting for 5,400 RPMs. From what we saw on the footage and stuff, we think I shot around 4,800.
Yeah, it was low. The motor, if you listen to the motor, just wasn't winding it hard at all. So, but all those things said, we left that place with the biggest smile on our face, and we called my wife on the way home, and I think she was trying to go to sleep. She couldn't get us to shut up. We were grinning ear to ear, and we had so much fun there. And Michael Brown and Lance Shidler and Sean Van Meter and all them guys over there that keep that racing scene going over, you know, in that Oblong, Robinson, Stoy area. Fantastic dudes, put on great races. I would encourage you, if you want to get back to grassroots racing, why we started doing this, go do that. I won in a 50 plus, I won a sticker. And I'm so proud of that sticker. I didn't win $1,000 or anything, but just a sticker. It was really cool, and it was a lot of fun. And we hope you will attend one of those races with us sometime soon. I did want to tell you guys, this coming weekend, we will be going to Bedrock Speedway. It is being resurrected by Adam Johnson. They are running the Steve Smith Memorial. That's August 8th and 9th, right here in 2025. They, on Saturday, some big money payouts. So if you're chasing that money and you want to run against some of the best in the area, that's going to be the place to be. And we really want to encourage people to show up to that race because that is 45 minutes from our house. That's a local track that shut down. They're coming back. We want to see that take off and do really, really well. So this first race back, we want to see it do amazing. Not to mention honoring Steve Smith's memory. He is a guy that has meant a lot to people in this area and all over the place in kart racing. I don't know him, or didn't know him personally, but everything I've heard, he's just a fantastic guy. So very honored to be able to go and honor his memory. So hopefully you guys can show up and race with us there. I will be running treaded Predator. I haven't ran tread since like 1993, so I'm a little anxious about that, but also excited. Ozzy?
I'll stick to my normal, to what I'm getting good at, the Slick Predator, which is gonna be on the same type of like stage 1 motor I've been running. So I'm excited to get out there and run with some bigger names.
The clone classes 380 is going to pay over $1,000 to win, but if you're Predator guys like us, the Predator rules are real basic. You can pull the oil sensor, you can pull the governor, you can run a header, you can run an open filter, you can remove the tank off the top if you'd like. Everything else has to be stock as could be. Obviously you can change the jet with the header, you're going to have to, or you run too lean. But outside of that, everything needs to be stock as a rock. So standard stage 1 rules if you run a place with stage 1. So really happy that Adam went with that rule set that works with most of the tracks in this area. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the content, and hopefully you'll keep coming back. What should they do, Ozzy?
You guys, go down below, like, subscribe, and if you love watching these videos and try to watch them every single time they come out, you can hit that bell icon and it'll notify you every single time we drop a new video.
Remember to do something to grow the sport of karting, and don't forget to have fun when you go racing. We'll see ya.